today to the day 4. So right now we will be starting with our day 4 explanation. So let's start. So I will be taking this sum. Okay, so right now we are going to study about the preference shares. So I will be teaching you all a concept. So let's start with the concept. In this we are going to learn about cost of preference share capital, and these shares are redeemable. Redeemable means they have to be paid back after certain number of years. So these shares are redeemable. So I will give a hypothetical example to make you all understand the concept. For example, I issue a preference share in the market, and say for example the face value of the share is 100 and I'm issuing at a premium of rupees 20. So the issue price is 120. So what I have done, I have sold one preference share into the market and I have collected 120 rupees. So 120 rupees is called SV. So SV is called the sale value. So SV is called the sale value. In other words, I have sold the preference shares in the market for rupees 120. Now these preference shares are redeemable after 5 years. After 5 years at redemption price of rupees 150. So I will be redeeming, I will pay back this share money back after 5 years. So after 5 years I will pay back, and I will pay back at a redemption value of rupees 150. So RV is called the redemption value, that is the amount which you are paying at the end of the term. So that is called redemption value. Now understand it from company's point of view. Company has collected 120 rupees and the company is going to pay 150 rupees. It means the company is going to pay 30 rupees extra. This 30 rupees is the cost for the company, but this cost is for 5 years. So we want the cost for 1 year. So this is one type of cost which the company is going to incur. Then the company has to pay preference dividend. So that is another cost which the company has to incur. So what we are going to find is the cost of preference share capital. It will be denoted as KP. Here the cost is preference dividend. This is one cost which will be paid per annum every year. Then redemption value minus sale value, which is 30 rupees. So redemption value minus sale value, which is 30 rupees, is the cost, and it is for 5 years. So I will divide by number of years. So I will get this cost per annum. So this cost I am going to get per annum, and in the denominator I have to put the capital and I have to put the average capital. So average capital will be redemption value, that is this one, plus the sale value, which is this 120, and this we will divide by 2. So this we will divide by 2. So this will give you the cost of the preference share capital, and this entire will multiply by 100. So one thing I am recollecting it, that the company has to pay preference dividend, so this is a cost for the company. The company is paying 30 rupees extra, but this extra the company is paying over the period of 5 years. So 30 if I divide by 5, so I'll get the cost which is again per annum. And in the denominator what we have done is that we have taken the average capital, that is opening and the closing part. So here in the denominator we have taken average capital. So this is the cost of redeemable preference share capital. One more concept is there which I will be teaching right now. That other concept is the concept of flotation cost. Flotation cost. Now flotation cost means whenever you are going to issue share, at that point of time you have to incur certain expenses at the time of issue. You have to print the prospectus, you have to get the approval from the SEBI, you have to hire professionals like lawyers, company secretary to undertake the issue. So all those expenses which are related to the issue of your preference shares is nothing but a flotation cost. The flotation cost can be calculated either on issue price or either on face value. In practical world we have calculated the flotation cost on issue price, but the CE Institute has taken it on face value. So we will follow the institute, the way the institute is solving, and we will take it on face value. Both the answers will be given to you, right? Um, so what I mean to say is that flotation cost is a percentage given to you in the question, and this you will calculate either on issue price or either on face value, and you will always give a note for it that you have calculated either on issue price or on face value. I will be calculating on face value since the institute has also solved at face value. So now we are moving to the question. So Dowell Limited has 1000 rupees preference shares which are redeemable at 15% premium at rupees 1150 with 15 years of maturity. The coupon rate is the preference dividend rate, is 12%. The flotation cost is 5%. The sale price is 975, and you have to calculate the cost of preference shares. So I will be doing a small timeline here. Now Dowell Limited has rupees 1000 preference shares. So the face value is rupees 1000, which are redeemable at 15% premium. So if I add premium of 15%, so it will be 150 rupees. 15% of 1000 is 150 rupees. So the redemption value is 1150 rupees, which they have already mentioned here at a 15% premium at 1150. So redemption value we know 1150. 15 years of maturity, so the number of years also we know, which is 15 years. Now the coupon rate is 12%. Coupon rate means the preference dividend. So preference dividend rate, we can find preference dividend, that is the face value into its coupon rate. So the face value of the share is 1000 rupees and the coupon rate is 12%. So 120 rupees. 120 rupees will be the preference dividend per annum. So here I am writing PD, which is preference dividend, which is 120 rupees per annum. Now flotation cost is 5%. So I will be calculating the flotation. I will be calculating the flotation cost on face value, and you have to give a note to that extent. So flotation cost we are going to calculate on the face value. So the face value into the flotation cost percentage, which is 5%. So face value is 1000 into 5 by 100. So I will get a flotation cost of rupees 50. Now the sale price is 975. It means that I have sold the preference shares for 975. Out of this 975, I have spent 50 rupees as flotation cost. So 925 rupees is something which I have got in my hand. So remember friends that how much capital you are getting in your hand, that is the net proceeds that you have to consider. So what I will do, sale value, I'll write sale value minus the flotation cost. This we have to write it. So our sale value is 975. Out of that we have deducted 50 rupees as flotation cost. So 925 is something which I have received it by selling one preference share. So now we are going to find the cost of preference shares, which is nothing but preference dividend per annum plus redemption value minus the sale value. So redemption value minus the sale value divide by the number of years, and in the denominator redemption value plus sale value divide by 2. So in the denominator we are going to consider the average capital, and this whole I am going to multiply by 100. So the preference dividend is 120. So 1000 into 12%, let me check. Okay, 120. So 120 is the preference dividend plus the redemption value, which is 1150. Then we have the sale value, which is 925, divide by the number of years, which are 15 years, upon redemption value 1150 plus the sale value, which is 925, and this you have to divide by 2. So I am solving it. So 120 I am going to get here plus, so 1150 minus 925 divide by 15 plus 120 if I do, so I'll get 135. Since the space is less, so I am solving it right away. So 135 upon, now this portion I am solving, 1150 plus 925 divide by 2. So I will be getting 1037.50. This entire I am going to multiply by 100. So 135 divided by 1037.50 percentage. So 13.01% will be nothing but cost of my capital, cost of my preference share capital. So I hope you all have understood the concept. So I will be erasing the part. So since you all are watching the video lectures, you all can pause and copy it anytime. So now we will be moving to the next sum. So now we are moving to our 11th sum. So now I will be copying this 11th part. Okay. So now we are moving to the 11th sum. Surya Industries Limited has raised funds through an issue of 10,000 debentures of rupees 150 each at a discount of rupees 10 per debenture with 10 years maturity. The coupon rate is 16%. The flotation cost is rupees 5 per debenture. Then the debentures are redeemable with 10% premium, and the corporate taxation rate is 40%. Calculate the cost of debentures. Okay. So now we are going to another concept, which is that we are going to calculate the cost of debentures which are redeemable. So cost of debentures, and these debentures are redeemable debentures. So again I am giving you an hypothetical example so that you are able to find the cost. Then we are going to the sum and solving it. Now again the same thing, that if I issue a debenture, at rupees 100, so my sale value is 100, then I will redeem the debentures. I will redeem, that is pay back the debentures after 5 years, for rupees 150. So what will happen, that after 5 years my redemption value is going to be 150 rupees. So this is similar to cost of preference share capital, which we have done. Now there is an interest rate of 10%. So the interest will be calculated on the face value. So interest, we will calculate face value into the interest rate. So the face value is 100. We are issuing at par, so 100 rupees is the issue price as well as the face value. The face value is 100 and 10% is the interest rate, so 10 rupees is the interest per annum. So interest per annum is 10 rupees. Now there is a tax rate of say 40%. There is a tax rate. Now I will find the cost of debentures. So you have to be somewhat careful. So cost of debentures will be termed as KD. In this, as a company, what I am going to pay to them, I am going to pay to them interest. So interest will be my cost. Then here I will do 1 minus tax. Now you will tell that what is 1 minus tax. 1 minus tax is called the tax saving. So I'll explain you what is tax saving. So interest 1 minus tax, this is the net interest which I am going to pay, plus this will be per annum, plus the redemption value minus the sale value, because 100 rupees you are selling at 150, so 50 rupees you are paying extra over a period of 5 years. So divide by the number of years upon the average capital, that is redemption value plus sale value, upon 2, and this the whole you have to multiply by 100. So this is the cost of debentures which I have calculated. Now the question arises, why 1 minus tax? So I'll explain you. So whenever this is your profit and loss account, if you put interest over here, what will happen? This is your profit, right? This is your gross profit, right? So from gross profit you are going to deduct interest, and this will be your net profit. Now because interest is our expense, so this much amount of profit will get reduced, which is equal to interest, right? So this much profit is going to get reduced. Since the profit is going to get reduced, you are going to pay less tax on it. So I'll explain you with an hypothetical example. For example, your gross profit is 100. Your interest expense I'm assuming to be 10. Okay, so your net profit is going to come 90. On this tax I'm assuming to be at 30%. So 27 is the tax. So your net profit after tax will be 90 minus 27 will be 63 rupees. Now what has happened, that on this 10 rupees you have got some tax saving. Say interest is 10 at the rate of 30% tax rate, so the tax saving is 3 rupees. So what has happened, there is a tax saving of 3 rupees. For example, let us suppose that if there is no interest payment, so how much tax you will pay? 100 rupees is your gross profit, your net profit will be 100, tax will be 30% on 100, 30 rupees. So your after tax profit is going to be 70. Now see, here you have paid a tax of 27, and if there would be no interest, then you would have paid a tax of rupees 30. So how much is the tax saving? 3 rupees. 3 rupees is your tax saving. So in other words, your cost has been reduced by 3 rupees. So that's why we take interest 1 minus tax. So interest is 10 rupees. 1 minus tax is 30%. So 0.30 we are going to take. So 10 into 0.70. So 7 rupees is our net cost. Did you understand it? So what I mean to say is, you are paying an interest of 10, but you are recording your interest. You are recording your interest cost to be at 7. You are paying 10, but you are recording at 7. So 3 rupees you are recording less. That 3 rupees you are recording less. Why? Because of interest, your tax is saved to the extent of 3 rupees. So don't put so much pressure in your mind. Just remember one thing, that whenever there is interest, put 1 minus tax and give the tax saving effect, because the interest is going to save your tax. So that tax saving effect should be borne into the formula. So I hope I have made myself clear. So now let's move to the sum. So now we are starting with the sum. Surya Industries has raised funds through the issue of 10,000 debentures of rupees 150 each at a discount of 10 per debenture with 10 years maturity. The coupon rate is 16. The float. Okay. So Surya Industries has raised funds through issue of 10,000 debentures of rupees 150 each. So the face value of the debenture is 150 rupees at a discount of 10. So we have given a discount of rupees 10. In other words, the sale value which we have collected is 140 rupees. So I'm going to do a timeline. So what has happened, that 150 rupees is the face value of the debentures. Out of that, 10 rupees I have given them discount. So I have sold my debentures for 140 rupees. So sale value of the debenture. So the sale value of the debenture is 140 rupees. Okay. With 10 years of maturity. So the number of years we can write here, it is 10 years. And the coupon rate is 16%. So the coupon rate means the interest rate. So we can find the interest. It is face value into the coupon rate. So the face value is 150 rupees is the face value. And the coupon rate they have given is as 16% over here. So 150 into 16%. So 24 rupees is my interest. So my interest per annum is 24 rupees per annum is my interest. Then the flotation cost is rupees 5 per debenture. So minus 5 rupees. So net I have collected 135 rupees. This we have done in cost of preference shares, that 140 rupees you have sold the debentures, and out of that 5 rupees has gone for flotation cost. So in hand your net proceeds are 135 rupees only. Then the debentures are redeemable at 10% premium. So the redemption is at premium. The redemption is at premium. So what you have to do is get the face value. So the face value of the debenture is 150. On that 150 of face value you have to add premium, and the premium is 10%. So 150 into 10% will give you 15 rupees is your premium. So your redemption value will be 165 rupees. So your redemption value will be 165 rupees per debenture. Then there is a corporate tax of 40%, which we will incorporate when we will write the formula. So right now we are doing the cost of debentures. So cost of debentures is interest then 1 minus tax, this is the tax saving, plus the redemption value minus the sale value divided by number of years upon redemption value plus sale value divided by 2, and this whole you have to multiply by 100. So I'm filling the details here. So I'll take a new page only. Okay, so cost of debentures is interest 1 minus tax plus redemption value plus sale value divide by number of years, then redemption value plus sale value divide by 2, and the whole bracket you have to multiply by 100. So redemption value is 165. Okay, I'll take things which are here. Interest, so how much the interest is 24 and the tax is 40%. Okay, so interest is 24, tax is 1 minus 40% means 40 by 100, 0.40. So 40 upon 100, if you do on calci, you'll get 0.40, or 0.4 also you can write, plus the redemption value 165. 165 is the redemption value minus the sale value. The sale value is 135. Sale value is 135 upon number of years 10 years. 10 years. Okay, so redemption value is 165, sale value is 135, and this you have to divide by 2. I think I have copied properly everything. Yes, so here you have to write the examiner. Sale value is sale value minus your flotation cost. This you have to mention to the examiner. So your sale value was 140 and minus flotation cost 5. So where it has gone? Okay, 140 minus the flotation cost 5, so it is 135. Okay, so I'm solving it. 24 I'll multiply by 0.6, so I'll get 14.4, plus this I will be solving 165 minus 135 divided by 10, so I'll be getting 3. Then 165 plus 135 divided by 2, so I will be getting 150. So 14.4 plus 3 divided by 150, then into 100 I'll do. So I'm going to get 11.6 percentage. So what I have done is that I have multiplied by 100. So this is what we have done for today. So two concepts which we have covered is cost of preference share capital and cost of debentures. So this is the end of our day 4. We will meet on our day 5. Thank you.